Yes, my people, AFCC chairman don finally burst out to come take let us know how prepare wey dem don prepare with the security agents for Nigeria for the selling of votes and for the buying of votes. Say dem don ready to work with security on that election day. All those army, mopo, military, blah blah blah, dem don ready to work with them. He and the boys not ready to work with security of Nigeria so that any buying of votes no will take place on that day, that is on Saturday, next tomorrow. Any buying of vote no will take place, any selling of votes no will take place that day. He's saying he is fully ready for Nigeria's candidates and all those that Peter Obiano, anybody who wants to sell vote. So now say may I bring the update. So if today is your first time coming across this page, please kindly follow this page, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on TikTok at D Update. So watch AFCC chairman the way they explain everything. Watch the video, watch am.
Look, tonight's conversation is going to be some very, well, I wouldn't say intense, but very frank because, I mean, campaigns are gradually winding down because tomorrow is the final day. But the big question here, there are a lot of issues that are on the table. The northern vote, a lot of politicians are here talking about how they are jostling for those votes. They're saying this does not have it, this does not have it. Who really has the northern vote? Again, I imagine in my mind that the PVC collection figures is not yet released by INEC, and we're just 2 days to the election. Unbelievable. I don't know when INEC is planning to release that. And one of the interesting things from the conversation that we hear from the villa today about the security of things in the country gives one assurance that election will go on, because don't forget, around this time, elections are usually postponed. It has happened twice in this country. In fact, on election day, elections have been postponed. But the assurances that we are getting is that Saturday is sacrosanct, and I hope that we keep it at that. But one thing that is also very overwhelming is the fact that the Efcc, the anti-graft agency, is saying that everyone planning to buy votes or sell votes are going to be in trouble because the Efcc has sent its operatives across the country. What are the plans? They've in fact released hotlines. So if you see anybody buying votes, you have to call the Efcc. They have an app also on which we can report any vote buyer or any vote seller. I guess vote buyers are in trouble. Let's hear from the horse's mouth if there's anything like that. The EFCC chairman, Mr. Abdulrashid Bauer, he joins us virtually live on the program tonight. Thank you so much, Mr. Bauer, for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Sheun. Thank you for having me.
Great, great. This will send some jitters to vote buyers and vote sellers. What is your strategy ahead of Saturday?
Well, the strategy is simple, Sheun. I think there is enough knowledge now to all Nigerians that they are not expected to sell their votes. And of course, the politicians vying for the seats are aware that they are not expected to buy the vote. So our strategy is simple. We want all Nigerians to join hands with us. As you are aware, we are working with all other security agencies in this regard. And then, of course, just as you have said, thank you for that, we have already, issued details of all our main, and of course, we have avenues in which people can, reach out to us across the Federation. So we are going all out, just the way that we have done in the last elections, as well as what we have done in Oshun and Ikiti. So the strategy is simple. It is not an EFCC thing. It is a Nigerian thing. It is the citizens of this country that is involved now. And of course, we hope and pray that everybody will join hands with us to ensure that dirty money does not find its way into our electoral processes, as well as, those that are willing to buy votes did not have their way, because we know and we believe that once you allow vote buying as well as vote selling, it will lead to further commissioning of economic and financial crimes. Once that person gets to the seat, you'll be thinking about recouping his money. You'll be thinking about the next election, etc., etc. So I think that is our strategy for now. I will not come out to tell you what we are going to do in details or what we have told our men, but the strategy is for all Nigerians to join hands with us as well as other security agencies to ensure that we have a vote buying free, elections in 2023.
When anybody remembers that popular slogan or the byline of the EFCC, wherever you go, EFCC will come after you. I don't know how much of your funds and how much of your claws you are ready to display to pounce on the vote buyers. You said you're deploying your operatives. Like the police, we always know their numbers. How many of your operatives are you sending to the field?
All our operatives. We are not many, but we are selling. We are sending, virtually, everybody out there. We are not unaware of the fact that we cannot, cover the entire country. But of course, that is why I said at the beginning that we are working hand in gloves with other, security agencies, as well as, we have provided avenues in which Nigerians can reach out to us. So we are sending virtually everybody that we have. As you know, Shewun, we are a specialized agency. We are not as big as, other security agencies, in the country. But we are sending, virtually everybody on this assignment.
So, Mr. Bauer, if there is anything now, politicians who are preparing to buy votes, they should be worried that your guys are out there. And if there is anything to learn or take from the pilot that you had in Ekiti and Oshun, would you say that you're more prepared, considering whatever lesson that you have taken out of those two elections?
Yeah, we are very happy with our history and the knowledge that we have, gathered in the last two elections as well as the last general elections. But I think, Shewun, even this year's election is even different. As you know, we have new currencies in circulation now. It is easier to track these currencies by their numbers. Central Bank knows the serial numbers of these currencies as they distributed them across the country. So we even have another, added responsibility this time around, because all the funds that will eventually recover, out there in the field that are being used for the buying of votes, we can actually trace and see, whether these currency are genuinely currencies that are gotten from ATMs and across the counter, or whether somebody somewhere, used them in bulk and gave the politicians the money, because we know that. One of the problems that we are having is that the bankers are actually sabotaging the equitable distribution of these new naira notes. So we are working in all of that, and we are sure that at the end of the day we are going to be successful more than any other time, but this time around because of this issue of new naira notes that we have on board across the country being in circulation.
Tell us about the intelligence that you have. What are those intelligence reports telling you?
Well, the intelligence reports, I'm not going to be here to share all of that. It is for our own internal consumptions, and they are intelligent. They are expected to be used by us to add value to them, to enable us, make meaning out of it. But what we have is that, we have a lot of people that have stock up these new naira notes. They are willing to use them because INEC has more or less nearly perfected its scheme of doing things. The Beavers is going to do, a lot of wonders. So the option that most politicians are having now is to ensure that they buy votes from those Nigerians that are out there that, come out to vote. So they need to maximize, the numbers that they have, out there. So that is what our intelligence is telling us. And I'm happy that all security agencies are working together towards, achieving this common goal and objective of vote-free elections.
So there are talks about governors, some top politicians who are stashing funds. Tell us about that.
Well, Shewun is what it is. Even as of today, I think based on the numbers that we have, we still have over 500 billion of the old Naira notes that are yet to be returned back to the central bank. And for the new Naira notes, of course, the central bank through the Nigerian Security Printing and Minting, have printed over 500 billion as well, which, of course, is out there in circulation. So as I said, we are working. We have our own way of getting, this intel, and God willing, we are going to use them, maximally in this exercise.
I mean, if you can tell us categorically that we still have, I mean, you have information, because what we know, what the information we have is that some of the governors are starting off funds. Are they still starting off these funds even when the government says, take these funds to the CBN?
I don't want to say governors, but public servants out there, not necessarily governors. They are our leaders. They are doing their best. But I think public servants out there, or some businessmen with questionable characters, are still having these funds out there. But as the law says, at any time they can always bring it back to central bank, for crediting of their own accounts. And just as throughout this exercise from October 26 to date, we have not arrested anybody. We have not raised any question regarding who deposited what, where, and how, because we are determined not to cause too much panic within the system. Because one of the cardinal objectives of the policy is to ensure that monies are returned back to the banking system, and that is why we are holding on. We are not eager to start that. Facts cannot change for things that are already within the financial institution. So I don't want to say governors or this, but I will say that public servants, as well as either retired or serving, as well as some businessmen with questionable characters.
So there might be some answers that some people who have returned this money will answer later on, is it?
Oh, certainly. We'll wait and see. But I can tell you that based on our own paper analysis of things, there are a lot of questions that we will ask and that we demand answers for.
For some of us who didn't have enough cash to take, who didn't have any money to take to the bank for exchange, we might have some good time, isn't it?